we're going to do biblical tarot today. And randomly at the bottom, we were talking about young David last time. So if you didn't look up young David, you might want to look up that story. Now, this card was in reverse, the 10 of Cups, and it was stuck in this deck. So this is more of fantasy land, and this is more serious. So what they're telling me with that 10 of Cups in reverse, stuck right in the middle of the tarot deck from the biblical tarot deck, it's telling me that you're not supposed to take this as fairyland. This is very serious, and they're going to get you some cards, and I'm going to read you some scriptures, and I'm going to tell you some scriptures, and I would like you to look them up later and see what they want to tell you. Okay? Instead of doing music today, we're going to do the Bible. Okay? Now, if you don't believe in the Bible, just listen to what the cards are then. If you like the Bible and you know even who you are in the Bible, that's even better yet, right? Okay, I got them all mixed up pretty good here. Let's see what we got randomly at the bottom. We've got Temperance. Okay, so Mary and Martha. That's me and Susan. Mary and Martha. Okay, so definitely want to look up that because it's going to be talking a lot about non-fairyland. Okay, 10 of Cups in reverse. That got stuck in there. That's from the Rider-Waite deck. And Mary and Martha story, very important. Martha was always jealous of Mary. Mary always got to have the fun, and Martha always had to do the work. They were sisters. Underneath that is the King of Feathers, which is the King of Wands, and we cannot get away from the King of Wands. It just won't happen. Every single reading we get the King of Wands. Okay, the King of Feathers is the judgment of Solomon, so you want to look up that. That's 1 Kings chapter 3:27. Then the king gave his ruling. Give the living baby to the first woman. Do not kill him. She is his mother. And that's just the story where King Solomon said, I'll figure out who the real mother is. And what I'm getting here is we need to figure out what the real story is. You know, we can look up the story about King Solomon in 1 Kings chapter 3, where he decides who gets the mother or who gets the baby. Let's just cut the baby in half, and that way we'll see who the real mother is. Well, the story of Mary and Martha is about your 7 deadly sins, getting them in balanced. And in this one here, it's about honesty. You know, one of the mothers is obviously lying, right? We're not supposed to lie, but that's how it is. Lies everywhere. Everywhere is lies. So we want to get to the truth of things. Yesterday we had an upside down reversed St. Michael's sword, and I said the truth hasn't come out all the way yet. Same here. He's going to have to cut the baby in half because neither one of them will admit that they're lying. And both of these cards are a number 14. So that's 2 5s. That's change. 2 5s add up to that 10. But that 10 was in reverse. So they're saying this is serious. Okay, and on the top of the deck, we have the King of Candles, which is the King of Sword, which is about King David. And it says 2 Samuel chapter 7, verse 9. I have been with you wherever you have gone, and I have cut off all your enemies from before you. Now I will make your name great, like the names of the greatest men on earth. And that's just reminding me of how the truth always wins in the end, and we get a statue. Oh boy, right? I was reading something about how they took us all out of history. They rewrote history. Some of us got statues, some of us didn't. Some of us got Bible stories like Mary and Martha. Well, we shouldn't be into it for that. We need to just stay in our truth. Let God put the enemies at our feet and stay in the truth. So you might want to look up a few things here. King David and Samuel. 2 Samuel chapter 7, but Samuel too. Okay, so we have the Temperance card, the King of Wands, and the King of Truth. That's very similar to the energy in the last few days. And then the last card in the Biblical Tarot that I'm going to pick is the Widow's Generosity, which is the 6 of Pentacles. That's that equal give and take I talk about. And this is Mark chapter 12, verse 43. This way I don't overload you with things to look up. And this says, calling his disciples to him, Jesus said, truly I tell you, this poor widow has put more into the treasury than all the others. And all I want to tell you here is that God knows the truth. He's taking care of our enemies, and he knows the truth. So, with this King of Swords, with this 6 of Pentacles, we're getting equal give and take. So for the people that look like they're winning, the ones in the fancy houses, driving the fancy cars, right? With their fancy soul contract sold to the devil, right? Well, you know what? They may look like they're winning, and somebody that is just a simple woman living just a simple life, right? She wins in the end. It wasn't always like that, and that's why we're back here doing this, because it's like a lot of our lives, we just... Now, I wanted to show you something. All 3 of these cards have a 14 on top. 14, 14, and 14. This card has a 6 on top. So that's going to be very specific. We'll see what 14, and it was also 8:41 on the clock. So let's look up angel number 14. Signifies spiritual realm is giving you a message to pursue positive changes. Maintain balance, maintain harmony, and build a strong foundation in your future. Be practical. Be a leader. New beginnings. The number 1 and the number 4, seeing this number encourages optimism, self-leadership, and focused on your goals. Well, you had 3 14s in a row. So between the King of Wands being creativity and the King of Swords being truth, with the angels overall energy and the equal give and take, is know that this is all going to work out. Fantasy land is going to get revealed, and the real land is going to come to us who are living in the truth. So that's basically your message there. That was a great reading, a lot of stuff to look up. Stay the course, keep being truthful, keep being creative. Just like I have pretty lights on the floor there. And when I turn out this light, it looks real pretty. Yep, pretty lights. Show you where I put all the pretty lights. And I don't do it for Christmas. All right, Fluffy has been hanging out. I don't see him right now. So keep it up, you guys. Keep up being creative. Keep everything up. Look up them Bible stories. Mary and Martha's a great story. Okay, thanks for listening, you guys. I am Miss Mystic. 11:11 on the clock, 11:17.